Okay, go ahead, Kat.
Hi, Kathy Awad, the Executive Director of the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board. Thanks today to the folks here at Masc for making the inaugural graduation of our first plastics program happen today. We graduated our first cohort of students. Today we had 3 employers here, Forum, Sites, and PTA Plastics, hotly seeking these graduates for employment. So to your point, Nick, this is an opportunity to provide industry-led, industry-driven plastics curriculum that creates an employee that all of these employers will be scrambling to bring on. You know, Nick, manufacturing's got a shortage of its workforce. Programs like this one here at Masc are the opportunity for industry to participate in developing the curriculum and working through and watching the students go through the curriculum and then hiring them on the back end. So this is the first class. We're always recruiting for more participants. We're happy to have anybody that's interested in this type of training, specifically plastics manufacturing or any type of manufacturing. Give us a call at the Workforce Board. We'll get you connected and set you on your career pathway. Again, as you heard today, Nick, it's not just an entry, it's not just a job, it's a pathway. Start as a machine operator, go on to quality control, or leading a department. So we're very excited about what the future holds for today's graduates and our future participants.
Well, Kathy, I'm going to be putting this on YouTube, Facebook, and the local television stations, Channel 13, 16, and 21. So we got more news coverage here today than all the major networks. And I'm not trying to knock them, but they give you 30 seconds. I give you 3 hours.
This is excellent, Nick, and I really appreciate your coming up here today. You're always around and a great community supporter, so we're very excited to get this program running, having our first class going, and we look forward to having many more events like today.
And maybe you can help me with the new superintendent of schools so we can get into the school system for the kids to see where they're going, where they're coming from. Because they're like lost sheep down. They don't know what to do with their lives when they leave. Stay in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Certainly, Dr. Ruffin is moving forward with some career awareness and developing career pathways in the Waterbury school system. The coordination between the Waterbury Career Academy's manufacturing program and the opportunities up here at Masc are well underway. Dr. Ruffin and Vice Principal of Career Academy Mike Harris sit on the board of directors here at Masc, so we're really excited about the opportunity to continue to engage the Waterbury Public School students as well as other students in Waterbury. I can tell you that this summer we'll be having a cohort of high school students up here taking an introduction to manufacturing class over the course of the summer. Those are students that recognize the value of this opportunity and will make the most of their summer.
Okay, maybe you could pass the word so we could get this on 16 and
Sure.
21 and cross the dot.
Get it over to me and we'll get it over to her.
Okay, thank you, there.
Thank you, Nick. Take care.
Set. Welcome. My name is Bill Dwyer. I'm from Waterbury, Connecticut. A little bit about myself, and I'm going to show you what I do for a living. I graduated from Wentworth Institute of Technology in Boston. I was an architect. I came back to Waterbury, Connecticut because this is where my ties were, and some politicians that were in play at the time put me into the classroom. Didn't want to be a teacher, but unbeknownst to me, it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I take at-risk kids, whether they've done time in our juvenile system, kids that are lost, kids that have no self-esteem. Those are the ones I want, the non-achievers, the ones that don't like to work in academics but love to work with their hands. That is the pinnacle of my realm. I love working with them. I'm going to take you around now, and I'm going to show you basically what I'm going to be doing, what we do. Presently, I take students from dropouts out of Waterbury, Jersey, and surrounding areas, and I run them through a 40 to 55-week program. We give them a GED because they haven't finished high school, ranging from 16 to 25 years of age. I have them for 3 or 4 hours every morning, and then we bust them down to a classroom to finish up on their GED. Let's take a look at what we have here. This is the classroom that I have.
Come on.
This is the classroom that I do have presently in this section. we are taking Hitchcock chairs, restripping them down, we're rehabbing them. I teach accordingly to what the kids may have at home. Probably very little space, maybe a garage with a little power, and we show them how to rejoin, reglue, and make parts for these Hitchcock chairs. Presently, and you come on over here, we'll show you other things that we do. This is going out of order. These are exterior flower boxes, okay? What we have here is we have a raised panel. We have a stretcher, 2 stretchers and 2 rails put together, a corner post, and it is mortised in. It's not just budding, but it's mortised in. We take it and we screw them together, and it comprises the whole project. Up here we see every student makes their own stools.
All
The
right.
stool is made to his height according to his weight. And I want you to notice one thing. This is a clever item. Why don't I have a back on the chair? Okay, this is the reason being. I found that if there's a back on the chair, the student gets a little too comfortable. So by sitting on something that's 12 inches wide, it keeps them awake and attentive. Very clever, very
Wow.
clever. I've learned that through this process of teaching. Right here, this is a tool crib that we made. It's made of maple, mahogany backing, and the contrast between the two woods is very, very defining. We have mahogany and maple. When you look at it, it looks very, very attractive. I want you to notice that the corners are what we call finger jointed. Very attractive to the purchaser that's going to be taken to use this. We have our what we call a poor man's slide. It's a small block of wood that's located in here. And we'll take this and we can take and line it up, and it glides in and out. This will be leaving us very, very shortly. Okay, let's go on a little bit more. We teach all the aspects of woodworking. This is a turning that a couple of my students have done. They might want to get into furniture themselves. This particular item is dovetailed. It's dovetailed, and it will slip in, just like this. Slip up. Get in there. There you go. You notice that we have the 3 dovetail hookups on the bottom. What we will do with this is we will now create a top for it.
Wow.
Over here, what we see is, this is rocking horses. We make a lot of these. This is a black walnut horse with maple. Contrast with the wood is very, very important to sell your product and make it be known that this is a sellable item. People love this. Again, this is another thing that's not finished. This is going to be my wall clock. This is going to be my wall clock, and I may show you another wall clock that we have. This will be going up on my wall. I'll be cutting my clock inside here, and it'll have the little hook and pin on the end. Sort of a fun project for young students to do.
Wow.
Over here, what we see is this is a basic trainer unit for a young student, preferably high school age, where we have 4 legs. We have 2 rails and a stretcher. And what we teach on this particular item is drawer making and mortise tendon. This piece does mortise into it. Mortise means it goes into, like a male-female situation. Okay, let's step up a little bit longer here. Let's move along. This is going to be a black walnut desk. Black walnut. This also is mortised here, and we have, again, 2 long and 2 short pieces. Our legs are turned. It's going to be called cabriole leg. It was turned on the lathe also. And let's move along a little bit more. This that you see right here, this is a blanket chest. This is about half done. It will have panels. It has 8 panels. This will have a nice decorative molding in here, and it'll have a lid with a child's-proof hinge so that it doesn't come down and the child can't get trapped into it. This will have a bottom on it, and this is just in the primer condition that we see right here. Let's move it along.
I noticed you got the go-karts over there.
Yeah, let's come over. We'll take a look at this. This is known as an Irish rail.
All right.
An Irish rail, and we race these. Motion takes place through a cam action to the back wheel. As you see, this piece of wood sets its motion so that it will get going. We need a little push to get them going, but once they get going, we can get up a pretty good speed.
Wow.
Next,
Okay.
next thing we get into what we call box making. Box making is, and this is really a favorite of mine. A student that has very little resources can start getting into this and maybe sell them on the internet. This is a box, again, with maple and a mahogany insert, and we striped it out to make it look a little bit more custom. We're going to step over to this one. This is one that we just finished this week. We just finished this week. This is a maple box with a mahogany top. This will be hinged, and it'll have a drop-in tray. And kids really love this. They get very enthusiastic. Here's a student that came in with very little skill. And you know, when we do take them, we do have to teach them a lot of things about getting here on time, learning how to stay on task and function and work within a group. We work as a team here. Nowhere else do we do anything else, but we need to work as a team. Presently, what he has is his box. He just put the hinges on this week. He will drop a small shelf in here, and he's making his tray. His tray is right here. This is his tray. This is what we call in the dry form. This is the dry form.
Wow.
Okay, it's not glued, but I want you to notice that it's splined. Mm-hmm. It's splined, so that we could get this perfectly square when we do it. And you see a little cut in here?
Yeah.
That's for its floor. So kids, after they see it maybe 3 or 4 times, they start to understand that how things go together. Let's step it down to my construction end. By the way, Nick, why don't you take this? This is my wall clock.
Oh, that's your
right
watch,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, this is my wall clock. This has the upper loop and pin on it. Needs to be refinished. I haven't used it yet, but I am going to be cutting a clock in, probably 7.5-inch clock, and I'll be putting it up on the wall.
All right.
Secondly, this is a trainer unit that I do. Mainly, all my stuff is taken from a program that I went through up at Wentworth Institute in Boston. Everything that I do here is from Wentworth or North Bennett Street on Milk Street in Boston. We used to do these quite a bit. We used to have them 2 or 3 stories high.
Wow.
In the lab. What we do is we try to give the kids a good anatomy of what the building is. We have our header, we have our jacks, our king studs, we have our corner posts. We have our bird's mouth, plumb cut, ridge. So they're learning the vocabulary of what's going into it. And it's very informative for a young kid. By the way, this is all screwed together so I can take it apart. So we try not to waste too much.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Why don't we step it up over here? This is a unique collection that I've been putting together. These tools are about 120 years old. This is all carpentry tools that really kind of led to our tools today. This being a plow plane, I would say easy 120 years old.
Wow.
Still working condition, very, very good condition. I have plow planes, I must have 40 of them here. We have jaw clamps. Jaw clamps are pretty amazing because today we use metal. These are wood threads, wood threads.
Boy, this fits right into my 100-year documentary.
And we have the old drills that your dad, your grandmother, grandfather had. Here's a unique tool.
Oh, yeah.
This is called a bow saw. Instead of your hand saw, this would be used to formulate your curves, your concave and your convex curves. This, again, is about the same age. There are a few unique items in this program. Right here. This particular one, and I had to get this because I looked at this, found this in Massachusetts. This is the ruler.
Wow.
This is the ruler that people use. This is the one we use today. This is the one that they used years ago. Marked out to 36 inches. It's all hinged. You have to really kind of know how it goes together, how to open it, but very functional and very, very accurate.
Wow.
Also, in addition to that one, we have wood, and we also have our brass ones, our brass rulers. And again, this is what is it? It's a 24-inch ruler, hinged also. It has on the back side board foot measurements, which I don't even know if any kids can even do that today, but it tells you about what the cost is going to be for purchasing materials. Here we have what we call a margin guide. A margin guide. You put your pencil in here, you adjust this, and you draw it right down along an edge. Bring it down right along an edge, and you mark your line. Don't even see these anymore. We have here, these are for building barns.
Wow.
These are for putting your dowels in so pieces can come together. We talked about mortises. This is another thing that can set your mortises, but on barns only. And they come all different sizes. Here's a big boy. Big boy. Let's see, we have hammers and it's just in early socket chisels. Socket chisels are come in a very, very, very long length. They get in deep. I have a collection of those. Nick, let's take it right into this one right here.
Okay.
Presently, this is, want to get a good picture of the legs here?
Sure.
Okay. What I
got
have here is, this is going to be a 4-foot vanity. You just see that I've got a carved out scallop, which I didn't finish yet. This will have a fixed panel in here because there's going to be a sink there. But it will have 2 actuated drawers on each side. One smaller one, one larger one. Again, one smaller, one larger. This is the size that they wanted. I think it's a little too big, but it does fit their house. This is going into the main bathroom in Watertown, Connecticut.
Okay.
This presently over here, this is when I get a student that is really, kind of really catching on. I teach them a little bit more. We teach how to dovetail.
Yeah.
Hand dovetail. This is dovetail not only in the front. If I only did it in the front and I did something cheap in the back, that's cheating. So I teach them the proper way. Again, dovetails all the way around. This is made of cherry. We turn the legs. We turn the legs on this one. And yeah, they get, notice that to lock it together, we put 2 dovetails in to keep them nice and tight.
Wow.
Nice and tight.
And those are frames like for real large houses?
Yes, this is how I really start the kids out, by doing a house like this on a scale of 1 inch equals a foot. So 1 inch to us is a foot in real life.
Okay.
And we teach them the same basic characteristics of what the members are, and they really excel on
Very
this.
interesting. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Come on over here. I've got a lot going here. This is some more home construction bigger house. We did this. This is more or less for a paraplegic in a wheelchair.
Okay.
And we show there's a radius where they can go into a lot of different rooms here without making a lot of motion.
Wow.
Yeah. Right here. This again is what we call Connecticut low boy. Low boy meaning there's nothing going to be above it. It will have one drawer here, a drawer, drawer, and drawer. So we'll have 3 small drawers and 1 large one up on top. Again, we have a queen on leg here. We teach with kids that really want to get into woodworking. This is where they'd want to go. Getting over onto the easy side and the fun side, this is basically a coat rack for a boys' room. We do have one for girls.
Okay.
This is a basic train that we have. When kids are in between, they may want to make a couple of these. We have Adirondack chairs that we also do. I teach carving classes on how to pick up the rays with the step-off dividers. Again, up above, we have a lot of dovetail drawers that we have. It's all for training. Here's a specific box. I want to show this to you because this is amazing. I got a call from a friend of mine in Boston, and he said, "Billy, could you make this for me? I need it fast." So, this is a copy of one that I had made, and this was a commission for me. But
That looks like a urn that I got for my wife.
you hit it right on the button.
I need one for myself.
What you need, what it was this. He called me up, he gave me all the dimensions of what it would look like. I made it, and I said, it's all done. He came back to me, so, no, you're not done. What we needed was,
Wow, double urn.
we needed a piece, a tray for personal items, such as a watch
Yeah.
and a couple other things.
Oh, I love that,
But
Bill.
below, there was to be a copper box inside with the ashes of a lieutenant colonel that had died in Boston.
Wow,
And this was going to him. So,
I love
with that being said, you know, I was a little taken back because I've never dealt with the other side
Yeah.
like that. But I was proud to do it. A lieutenant colonel, after you shoot him down.
Yeah.
So basically, this is what myself, Billy Dwyer, does.
Bill, how long you been doing this? And
I've been doing this for about 55 years.
you were an educator in the Waterbury school
I was an
system.
educator and architect. Best thing I ever did was go into teaching. I would like to, if anybody out there wants to be an architect or civil engineer, have them come see me because it's all related. It's all related. And as I tell my kids are on the lower level, not everybody needs to go to college.
No.
We need tradespeople. Everybody during my time went to college. I went twice. Which one am I most happy with? Working with my hands, you know?
Me too.
Though I get paid for it, I really don't, it's like going to work. And
That's
it's
like
fun.
me doing this now.
It's fun, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun, and so I want to do this for another 3 or 4 more years, keep bringing people in. And also, in addition to what I'm seeing is coming up, I go from 8 to 1:30 here, at 2 o'clock to maybe 5:30 or 6 o'clock. I'll be taking prisoners coming out of a halfway house, training them.
Wow.
But 2 of those nights during the week, I want to teach adults that want to come in and learn this. That's most crucial to me. I want to take adults. So you people in Waterbury, if you're out there, let's hear from you that you want to get a program going. I will run it 2 days a week. I will come in on Saturday and Sunday. Might not get paid for those days, but I want as many people to be as happy as I am.
So give them a way how to get contact you, Bill.
My number is 203-506-8189. And just ask for Bill, it may take me a while to get back to you, but I want to start a program for adults by September 6th. I want to have 8 people Tuesday, another 8 for Wednesday. And if you need more time, I could come in and help you out. I'd rather have people that don't really know anything yet, and I'd like to have one class that's more advanced. So beginner and advanced, or beginner and novice. It doesn't matter, intermediate. So listen, I do want everybody out there to have a great weekend. I'm a very happy guy. My life is great, and I want you to be the same way.
That's
Thank you.
very good, Bill.
My name is Paul Constantino. I'm with PTA Plastics in Oxford, Connecticut. I've been with that company for 45 years now. And I had the opportunity to come in and help them get their machine ready to go. And today, probably a half hour before the graduation of the students, we were able to get the machine running and operational for at least to see it moving.
Okay.
So at this point, what we did was we hooked up a dryer unit, which dries the material. We have a chiller unit in the back, which will keep the machine cool, and their water heater cool to keep their molds cool. And the way the machine works is that the material is drawn in through a hopper, comes into another hopper on the machine, and it's conveyed down a heated barrel. Once it gets down to the heated barrel, it's injected under a very high pressure, PSI, into a mold. When the mold's closed, that's also under a lot of pressure. And the melted material is injected into the mold. When the material is done cooling, the mold opens, the part gets ejected, and the process starts all over again.
So basically, what is this machine all about? What's the production of it, and what does it produce?
It produces any type of plastic part, okay, as far as injection molding goes. There's many different types of molding of plastics, but this happens to be injection molding. And injection molding is a heated barrel with high pressures.
And how is this going to help the community here in production and in job growth?
What's going to happen here is these guys are going to be able to get into a field. Like I told you, plastics, I've been in plastics for 45 years now. I have put 2 children through college. I have built 2 brand new homes. It has done nothing but good things for me, and it's going to do nothing but good things for the students here. If they get into the field and they put their nose to the grindstone, they're going to be able to do all the good things that they want to do in life.
So all these are the first graduating class here.
This is the first graduating class, and I had the opportunity to work with them thanks to my company, PTA, and thanks to Masc. I was able to come here and get their machine up and ready for them, and I was able to instruct them on several occasions at my shop.
Now, how many of the machines are you going to bring in there?
This is the only machine at this point.
And this will produce how much plastic?
Still going strong there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Get on here, Liz. Get on with it.
This machine will produce as much plastic as you possibly could throw through it. It's depending on cycle time and how fast you want to run the machine. This machine is only capable of running very small parts. It's a very small machine. And these machines go from anything from a tabletop machine to something that you almost have to bury it halfway in the ground in order to get the machine to a good size to actually run.
Okay, do you have any kind of a finished product here or anything?
We do not as of yet. We're going to be starting the machine next week for the first time as far as introducing plastic into the machine. Like I said, we just literally finished up the electrics on this machine a half hour before the students came out for their graduation. So it's going to take a little bit. We still got to go through some processes and get the robot working and some of the other things working before we actually shoot plastic.
And now you have all the power, electricity you need here and everything else.
We do now.
Do you have a generator on site too, or?
I don't believe they have a generator here. I don't know. I've only been working in the building for about 3.5 weeks now. And when I came to speak to the students, I realized that their machine wasn't ready. And that's when I stepped up. And I got a lot of people involved to get the electrical, we got the plumbing, and we got the machine operation.
What's your electrical load in this place, do you know?
I really don't have any idea.
That's okay, because I'm a retired electrician from the power company, and I'm very adamant about electricity, producing jobs, producing work, getting more new electricians in this thing, more permanent help, more jobs, because with this pandemic that's going on right now, and they've gotten into our power grid, it's very, very serious.
Sure. And, you know, when we first came here, we weren't sure exactly what the power usage was going to be. And until I got my electrician in here, he was able to tell us that we would be able to get the equipment up and running, because at that point, this machine would not have been able to run unless we got that chiller back there working.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So how much load does this take?
I'm not exactly sure of the load capacity of the machine, but it is a 483 phase.
Okay.
All right, and along with that is also 483 phase.
Okay.
All right, so there wasn't enough 483 phase to go around until we put in another transformer.
Right.
So that's what we did, and PTA Plastics stepped up, and we got everybody in place to do this work.
Okay, once again, what's your name?
My name is Paul Constantino.
And you're one of the supervisors or the...
I am in the maintenance department.
Okay.
I was lead process technician for PTA for 39 years, and for the rest of the time I was there for the remainder of the 45 years I've been in maintenance.
So we'll be seeing more of you.
Probably.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Cindy Zoldi, I'm the executive director here at the Masc Center, which is the Manufacturing Alliance Service Center. And we're excited to have a 20,000 square foot building that houses technical training for the city of Waterbury and the surrounding communities, mostly and completely in manufacturing trades. We're excited today to have our first cohort of plastics manufacturing students graduate in the inaugural class. We've made a big investment here at the Masc Center in equipment and manpower to make this the premier training facility in the state of Connecticut. With the support of our manufacturing partners for the plastics program, which are Sites, Forum, and PTA Plastics, we've been able to build a program that's hopefully going to speak to at least about 60 people this year, and then hopefully build out an incumbent worker training moving forward. To say how long or how many people we could train over the time that I'm here at Masc, who's to say, but I'd like to see the doors open 24 hours a day with students in and out of this building every day, getting trained, upskilling, being part of the working community by making good wages and being in the manufacturing industry.
So where are we located, and is there a sign-up sheet for students to come in? And where are they coming from? Local schools? Are they graduates from schools? Where are these kids coming from?
Fantastic, thank you. Our location is 173 Interstate Lane in Waterbury. Our facility actually takes all students. Mostly we serve currently the unemployed, the underemployed, and dislocated worker. We're opening up our doors to veterans, any type of people who might have come out of incarceration and are looking for opportunities to make improvements in their life. We welcome everybody. We also work with the comprehensive high schools and have youth apprenticeship, pre-apprenticeship programming here in the afternoons. So students are coming out of the Waterbury comprehensive schools, and then just people who come to our website or learn about us from somebody else who's had a positive experience here. We welcome all calls to our facility. You can reach us at our phone number, which is 203-575-8285, or you can look for us on the web, which is www.mascttc.com. And if you're looking for funding paths, we have all of our funding is mostly supported by grants that come from the federal government and that are hosted by the American Job Center and the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board and Kathy Awatt's office.
Well, are there starting rates here? Are there benefits here? And is this long-term employment?
For plastics right now, our starting wage from industry that I'm being made aware of is starting around $16 an hour and can go as high as 20 to 22 at an entry-level capacity. Moving forward past that, there's several people in the industry that are making six figures, getting full benefit packages, every kind of benefit with regard to health care, time off, and the sky's the limit. These manufacturers are willing to take in these students, train them, and then they're actually looking to give them more training, and that's what we're looking to build here at Masc.
Okay, once again, tell us who you are, where we're at, and what's our ultimate goal.
Fantastic. Again, my name is Cindy Zoldi. I'm the Executive Director here at the Manufacturing Alliance Service Center, which is also known as Masc. And I look forward to having anybody who's interested in upskilling, reskilling, just learning a trade to contact me or contact anybody in the Regional Workforce Investment Board's office to get some information on grants, to get you into this program at no cost but your time, and then we'll find you a career that you'll be so happy that you made the investment in your time to take part of.
Okay, and this is Nick Kosh, a longtime Waterburyan. I've got 83 years in this city. I'm a retired electrician from the power company. I'm very experienced about all the stuff that's going on in this electrical grid. I think we need more hometown electricians and more hometown electricians in the state of Connecticut. So that's part of my promo.
Well, fantastic. I would be more than happy to speak to you about what we can do for opportunities to put programming in here at the Masc Center to help electricians get trained. It certainly works in our wheelhouse of the things that we're offering. We have a carpentry program that is not part of Masc but is affiliated with Masc, and we would certainly love to have more opportunities to upskill in the trades, and particularly in electricians.
And also in my marketing plan is part of putting these teaching kids, anybody that wants to get into video production crews, because we need a marketing crew out here in video production. We don't need politics and we don't need religion interfering with each other. They can interfere with themselves and they can take care of their own arenas. My arena is I'm 83 years old. My goal is to live to try to be 100, and I'm building a documentary in Waterbury about me, my family, and everybody's family. So I'm a positive person about Waterbury, Connecticut.
Well, I think there's a lot of reason to be positive about Waterbury. I've never seen a community come together and really address the needs of its community and take risks. Essentially, the purchase of this cell by the city of Waterbury was a risk, but it was a risk that was based on the need of local manufacturers in the greater Waterbury area and beyond. And I think that this is going to pay dividends for the city of Waterbury. I never let anybody disrespect Waterbury. I'm not from Waterbury. I've always been a part of a suburb of Waterbury, but I have to say that I've never met a community that comes together quite like Waterbury does.
Well, I say everybody in Waterbury is probably in the surrounding towns. That's why they're surviving. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So congratulations. And Cindy, it is music to my ears. I grew up in a manufacturing household at the time when manufacturing was dirty, dark, and dangerous. And you guys have seen firsthand that it is no longer that. That it is clean, it's innovative, it's high-tech, and it's going to be high wage, most importantly. So we're really pleased to have you guys as our inaugural class. You kind of helped us smooth out the bumps, so we appreciate that. We kind of learned with you as to how to make this program work, and we really appreciate that. I can't tell you how much, Mac, as you well know, how much the mayor stepped up and allowed us to secure this machine. We're working on getting all the instructors in. Evan has been great. The folks at Forum, the folks at Sites, the folks at PTA Plastics, Mike, from developing the curriculum, from reviewing the curriculum, from helping us get the first class. Kevin Kennedy's working hard to get the second class ready to go. And I said to him today, I want the second, the third, and the fourth class ready to go so that we can just start to turn these out. With no more waiting around. We're going to make this happen for industry. We're going to make this happen for the job seekers. But again, to Rich and to Cindy, who really has taken Masc in 6 months farther than it's gone in probably the last 10 years. Imagine what we're going to do when we let her loose for a full year. It's going to be really exciting. You know, I look in the crowd today, I see Liz Brown, who I spent way too many hours with on the Board of Education, but the Board of Education has also been helpful in helping create this for our Waterbury students. I see some extended family members. We have Pat here. Pat's grandpa worked with me at the Workforce Board, great guy, Stevie O'Neill. You see his daughter and son-in-law. It's really a family in Waterbury. So I want to wish you guys the best. Thanks, Cindy and Rich. And what do you guys waiting for? You gotta do work.
Thank you, Kathy. Now I'd like to give the opportunity to give a couple moments to the people that really have been the drivers behind this program, and that is the industry that so desperately needed the help in their current workforce, that they gave a lot of time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears with us, trying to get this program to where it needed to be, and then when we had some setbacks, they rose to the occasion. Not only did they say that they were going to help, they helped. They helped. They came all the way and beyond. So I talked to these students. I talked to them today a little bit about what life looks like and where their opportunities are and what to actually focus on. And I really told them that they had an opportunity that no other class is going to have, because they had industry that really, really felt so committed to this program that they gave their time just for them. So with those words being spoken, I'd like to introduce in no order each of the representatives from those programs or those supporting industry partners, and I'd like them to tell us or tell the crowd a little bit about your experience. And I'm going to start with Evan Burns from Sites, please.
Thank you. Congratulations, guys. It's just phenomenal to see you guys standing in a row up here. And what it was like 7 or 8 weeks ago, we met for the first time. Some of you have not been in a factory yet, and now you've spent hours and hours in the factory. It's just, and to think about the things that we, as a manufacturer, work through to find good, talented people who are enthusiastic and energetic and excited to go to work and excited to begin a career in manufacturing. It's just great to see you guys standing here. We've gotten to know you over the last couple of weeks. We expect to hire as many of you as we can, so, and the rest of the cohorts as well. We'll compete with you guys over that. But it's just a career in manufacturing is just wonderful. I've spent my whole life in manufacturing. I've been in over 1,000 factories through that life. And it's just the vibrancy that's there and the importance that the jobs that you guys are going to take are to the economy and competitive, right? And what's here. And I see you standing here and I think of the guys that we have in our facility who have been there for 25, 30, 40 years and have had fruitful, successful learning experiences. They've got their friends and family are all engaged in what we do. And it's not a job, it's a career. For us to have people come in the door who want to be there, who now have 7 weeks of training and have learned things, that it's a different, it's a game changer. It's really a game changer for us. So thank you very much for being the first cohort and experimenting with us through what we did. Thanks to you guys who have all got us to this point. It's in my whole career, I've never had this kind of a turning point where it's and all the things that we try to do, right, to creatively find talented people to come join our team. So congratulations, great job in engaging with the team at Sites for the instruction that we provided and made great impressions on them all, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd also like to take the opportunity to recognize Hillary from Sites as well. She has been the person that I spent the most time speaking to as the representative from Sites, and she actually met with me for coffee at 7:30 in the morning. Not many people will do that, to tell me about her ideas, so I wanted to recognize Hillary as well. You guys good standing? Only a couple more minutes, okay. I'd like to bring up now from PTA Plastics, Mike Rocheleau, to say a couple words.
I shouldn't be the one up here. It should be either Kent or Paul. Those are the guys that have supported it. But congratulations to the inaugural Plastics cohort. And I got to say something that happened through this whole process. And I never use the word agile or listening with the public sector. And that happened on this. They engaged with the industry partners. They moved quickly. They responded. They changed. This should be the model not only for a plastics program, but for everything we do workforce-wide with within the state of Connecticut. So, you guys, Evan started hitting on it. Look, we want to hire you too. So, but we have a Paul. They don't have a Paul. So, you know, maybe they do, but I don't see one. But you know, we hit on it. You guys have a lot of ability, and there's 3 I want to reinforce. One is availability. You gotta wanna work, and you gotta be available to work. The next is dependability. When you get a job, you gotta show up. You gotta show up on time. You don't leave early. We've heard every excuse in the world. You know, the dog stole my car keys to whatever else you want it to be. So that's the second ability. So it's availability, dependability, and then it's accountability. You gotta be responsible for yourself. You gotta learn. You gotta be responsible for your actions on the job. You gotta do things the way you're taught. So those are the things, when you go into an interview and they ask you what some of your traits are, you know, talk about that. I'm available, I'm dependable, and I hold myself personally accountable. And then the rest of it, we're going to continue teaching you. So good luck.
Thank you.
Much like recognition of Hillary at sites, I want to recognize the other partners that we've had at PTA, which is Kent Seeley and Paul Constantino again. Now I'd like the opportunity to invite up Mark Walensky to come up and say a couple words on behalf of Forum Plastics.
Just as my predecessors, people that spoke before me said, this is the beginning of a great opportunity for you guys. I think you've got a great start here at Masc with the education and a background in mathematics and print reading and the introduction to plastic molding. As you see from your friends from PTA, plastic is a career that you can be in for your entire lifetime. It could be rewarding, and it might take you in different directions, from processing to maintenance to quality to maybe managing a department. As far as you want to put the effort into, you can reach. It's all about you. And we talked about the three abilities that are really important. Having someone who comes to work excited about their job and excited about what they can learn and where they can go, and just looking around to them and exploring and discovering things for a new time. So if you can have that kind of attitude when you come to work and you pull in the parking lot in the morning and you go into work and you're excited about what you can do, and then you're the kind of person that is able to suggest and help a company grow and improve, that's what employers are looking for. We're looking for someone to come in and contribute to our success. One person doesn't make a company successful, the entire workforce makes the company successful. We need everybody to be involved in our success. And that's what we look for at our company, and I'm sure my counterparts look for it there. So have that attitude, be excited about what you can do, look and see where you want to go, plan, and be a curious, productive employee, contributor, associate at any place that you work. And then you'll get rewarded, and the company will get rewarded for having you. And so good luck to you, congratulations, and looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
And I'd also like to recognize also Lisa Leonard from Forum, who was my communication partner with the information that we were sharing about the program and setting up tours and getting our students into their building to understand what it is that they do. So I'd like to thank you to Lisa as well. But enough about all that, now it's your time. So I'm going to ask Chelsea if you can kind of scooch over here. She's going to Chelsea's one of our administrative staff, Lauren up in the front of the building. She's actually holding down shop. I see Fred way back there. He's a part of our team that helps everything move here at Masc, and I'm actually very excited to actually introduce Mike Edwards, who's our new coordinator here at the school. And boy, you think I came on with a flurry. He's already starting to make some pretty meaningful changes here as they relate to what happens on this shop floor, how people are accountable to how they're supposed to behave, how they're supposed to show up for work, and where we're supposed to be, and safety being the top of that priority list. He was dragging me out today around machines saying, you need this, 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 and I'm going, okay. But I want you all to welcome Mike. Today, I'm very happy to have each of these students. I'm going to call you up, I'm going to have you come up. Chelsea's going to take a quick photograph. I want all of you to know what's happening, what certificates they're getting. They're actually getting a certificate for 7-week completion of this program. They all made it. They showed up, Congratulations, that was half the battle. They're also getting a NIM certificate for benchmark work and layout that they worked in the tool room with Rob Pelkey, one of our instructors, and they were tested with another one of our instructors, Phil Townsend. They all passed with flying colors on their NIMS credentialing. And most of them, well, all of them passed OSHA 10. I think 2 of them have cards. Funny story about that, Fred came into the office, he's like, Cindy, look at this, it's a package. It was mangled and torn, no OSHA cards in it. It was the rest of their OSHA cards. So they'll all be getting OSHA cards as well, but they won't be getting them handed to them today because they're lost in the mail somewhere between here and Texas. Okay, I'd like to start by welcoming up here and congratulating Patrick Cassidy. Next, Nicholas Ritchie. Now, next, I'd like to bring up Robert Boyano. Oh, wait, I think I gave you one. Oh, nope, they were just like this one. Next, Dennis Nunez. Okay, next is Daniel Galzetti. Next is Richard Boyano. Get them in order here. Next is Neville Daly. Next is my man, Big John Brown. I was actually told that he knows some people that know me, and we have a little conversation. Next is Moses Selvia. And I taught preschool for 12 years in developmental kindergarten, and this is what we call lucky last. So not to make anybody feel bad about being the last one to be chosen or to do something. And that goes to Sam Feliciano. And there we are. We have it, our graduation. And I wanted to let the students shine, and I had a couple conversations, and I didn't get to everybody to do their exit interview, but I will be following up via phone to get all of your feedback on the program. But I had a very interesting conversation today with a student that has shown or exemplified a lot of perseverance, and I don't want to single him out for any other reason, but I do want to recognize that we as human people do things, and sometimes we have to get penalized for things that happened or mistakes that we had made. But what I love about this particular student is their resiliency and their ability to look on the bright side, and came into my office and thanked me for saying thank you for letting me be part of this program. I mean, I was part of the team, Kevin Kennedy, who interviewed all these students, But I said, no, thank you, because you made the choices, you did the things the right way. And I'd like to give the opportunity to Dennis to say a couple words about this class. I'm dropping this on him.
It actually gave me a little bit of the goosebumps tonight. I'm wholeheartedly appreciative. Up until this class, I really didn't know what I had going on and didn't know where my direction was heading to. And I wanted to thank them because tomorrow I know where I'm going. It gave me some structure, it gave me something to be interested in. And I have a lot of setbacks, but I'm very optimistic, and she gave me a lot of confidence, as well as everyone else. Paul, thank you. Hillary, thank you. I appreciate everyone for even just letting me in the building. So this is good for the next cohort and the next cohort. I told her that I would like to be a part of the next classes. If the guys need any pep talking, or if you feel a little down or discouraged, or you know, I'm looking forward to being a part of the industry, and any way I can, whether it's even getting my foot in the door, mopping floors. I'm trying to broaden my horizons, and I thank her so much. I thank everyone. So
thank you.
For everyone else, it's gonna be good going forward. So we gave her a lot of feedback, and everyone else, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the lunches. The sandwiches, the potato salad was awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that's why we do this, and we are pleased to celebrate with you, and we look forward to your accomplishments and everything going forward. You have some gift goodie bags here given to you by Forum Plastics. They have some swag bags. So I'd like for you to grab those on the way out. I didn't want to have you holding on to them up there. But I'd like to take this opportunity for one more time to acknowledge the hard work, the flexibility, the adaptability, and the enthusiasm that all these students showed. So thank you, and one last round of applause. Please, if you're a parent or a loved one who have not been in the facility, please feel free to have your students or your husbands, wives, sons, grandchildren tour you around the facility, and we welcome you back at any time if you ever want to learn a little bit more about our program. So thank you all for being here. Have a terrific day, and we look forward to all the great things that they have moving forward.
Thank you.